Catalonia's National Day is taking place tomorrow and the country's bracing itself for another big day in politics. Hello and welcome to Catalan News. The pro-independence movement is ready for a new show of force tomorrow. Almost 500,000 people have already registered for the 7th consecutive massive rally on the National Day, as we'll tell you in a minute. The event will cause some traffic restrictions, so bear with us to know how to get around Catalonia's capital tomorrow. Since 2012, September 11th has seen big pro-independence demonstrations, with attendance numbers ranging from 1 million to 1.8 million over the past few years. The government and parliament also organise institutional events, and this year the backdrop will be like no other.
This image is set to be repeated this year for a 7th National Day in a row. Hundreds of thousands of people taking to the streets of Barcelona for a mass march in favour of independence. But unlike the 6 previous demonstrations, this time the movement has some of its leaders in prison, while others are in exile. Because of this, the pro-independence parties think that this march goes further than a protest calling for the Catalan Republic.
Demà ens agradaria que s'hi sentissin cridades, i així també fem una interpel·lació directa, a participar totes aquelles persones que creuen que estan sent vulnerats els drets de molta de la nostra gent i del nostre poble.
The Esquerra Republicana party has also asked the Spanish Socialist government what it will do when Barcelona is again flooded with protesters tomorrow. According to the latest figures from the organisers, around 450,000 people have already signed up for the march. Some 1,500 coaches will bring people to Barcelona from across the country, and 270,000 official protest t-shirts have been sold. Comparing it to the figures for other years, everything is set for yet another million-strong demonstration. The Catalan government and parliament have also organised events that are different from other years, with a focus on calling for freedom for the officials in jail and freedom for the Catalan people. After a march involving the leading authorities and a concert tonight, tomorrow's event will also be attended by many officials, but not by unionist parties.
I ha utilitzat tota la maquinària propagandística del govern per fer de la Diada la festa de la reivindicació de la República sortida d'un cop a la democràcia.
Ciutadans has announced its own event tomorrow, a few hours before the demonstration begins. Meanwhile, the Catalan Socialist Party has said that the institutional events only represent half of Catalans.
This year, the pro-independence protest takes place on Diagonal Avenue, one of Barcelona's most important roads. Vehicles will be banned from using the middle lanes at the top end of this avenue from midnight around the Palau Real area. Side roads will be cut off from tomorrow early morning. Authorities recommend the public to walk or use public transport tomorrow, as the whole of Diagonal will be cut off at some point.
Suposem que a les 4, però pot ser que sigui abans, ja haurem d'anar fent els talls que siguin necessaris a tota la llargada de la Diagonal i també el que respecta a les transversals, no?
The Spanish Supreme Court president has blasted European courts for rejecting extradition requests against pro-independence leaders. Carlos Lesmes thinks their decisions have generated uncertainty in the event inaugurating Spain's judicial season, and alongside the King Felipe, he also said European judges have interpreted some European legal concepts unilaterally. For him, this affects judicial cooperation. Germany didn't accept the extradition of Carles Puigdemont for rebellion, and Belgium rejected a similar petition for other exiled officials.
Estas decisiones han provocado la generalizada percepción de una irremisible pérdida de virtualidad de ciertos instrumentos de cooperación judicial.
Josep Balcelga, a Catalan world-class breast cancer researcher, has been accused of hiding some financial ties influencing his work. According to reports by the New York Times, the doctor admitted having earned millions of dollars from drug and health companies in recent years when publishing research articles in prestigious publications. Balcelga is the chief medical officer at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York. Readers rejoice, a full week of books and more books is taking place in the Catalan capital. And if you live in Barcelona, chances are it might not be too far from you.
Catalan Book Week, or La Setmana del Llibre in català, celebrates literature published in the language. It runs until this Sunday, and started on Friday, its 36th edition more ambitious than ever, with over 200 exhibitors. And the theme for the book fair is new, too.
Aquesta serà la Setmana del Llibre marcada per la defensa de les llibertats i la defensa també de guanyar més lectors.
Other key objectives include a focus on children and young adults, and a new regulation on how many stands can exhibit a single book, which also led to an increase in published novelties. And good thing, too, because according to event officials, now is an influential time for local writers.
A mi em sembla que és també molt important el moment creatiu que vivim d'autors i autores catalans que escriuen i que creen i que fan obres comparables amb qualsevol altra llengua.
The fair included special guests like Catalan officials, but also kept an eye on the international, inviting authors and illustrators from as far as Nigeria and the United States. Running at the Avinguda de la Catedral in Barcelona, this is the perfect place to stop by to learn more about the field, to meet other professionals, to pick up a Christmas present, to indulge in a guilty pleasure, or simply to take a stroll through books.
The Fira Tàrrega festival in Western Catalonia has ended with record numbers of professional participants. The event, with over 200 activities this year, features a wide variety of performing arts in the open air. More than 1,000 professionals in this edition for the first time ever, more than 200 coming from abroad. With an aim to rethink what we do in public spaces, this fair included music, theatre, dance and other arts during 4 days. Meanwhile, in the Ebro River region, a quite different experience was open for the public, the harvesting of rice. It's now time to reap the benefits of all year's work in the rice fields, and hundreds of people learned how this used to work half a century ago. Don't miss it, and see you tomorrow.
Plantadors, i ara ja també